India jokes, Hindu jokes. Short India jokes. Q. Why did the Hindu cross the road? A. Because she was protesting for the chicken, man. Q. How does every Hindu joke start? A. By looking over your shoulder. Q. What's the difference between a smart Hindu and a unicorn? A. Nothing, they're both fictional characters. Q. What do you call a chunky girl waiting for the bus? A. Motivating. Q. What do you call an Indian dating site? A. Connect the dots. Q. What did the potato say when it answered the phone? A. Aloo. I watched the Hindu version of How I Met Your Mother. There's just one episode about the wedding. Q. What do you call a hot Indian girl? A. Bombi. Q. Why do vegetarians give good head? A. Because they are used to eating nuts. So, I hear reincarnation is making a comeback. My decision to become a Hindu was a mistake. Q. Did you hear about the winner of the India Beauty Contest? A. Me neither. Q. Why wasn't Jesus born in India? A. He couldn't find 3 wise men or a virgin. Q. Why can't the bankrupt Hindu complain? A. He's got no beef. Q. What do you call Indian flowers? A. Petals. Q. What do you call a Hindu man that has done everything? A. Binder Dundat. Q. Where do cauliflowers hang out? A. In the Gobi Desert. This Hindu girl from my school said she recognized me from the vegetarian club, but I'd never met her before. Q. What kind of sweaters do grapes wear? A. Angora. Q. What's the best way to keep milk fresh? A. Leave it in the cow. Q. What is a vegetable's favorite love song? A. Love me Tinda. Q. What did the flower say to its girlfriend? A. Why do fools fall in love? Q. What did the fat car say? A. I'm a motor car. Q. What do you call an Indian going backwards? A. Reversing. Q. What do shrimps sing on Christmas? A. Yinga bells. Q. Have you heard of the cow who attained liberation? A. It was dyslexic and kept on repeating OOOOMMM. Q. What did the Hindu say to the Swiss cheese? A. I'm holier than you. Q. What do you call a Bollywood fish? A. Salmon Khan. Q. What do you call an Indian who always looks around? A. Glancing. Q. How does a blonde know she's going to have a Hindu baby? A. Put a Rubik's Cube in her pants and wait to see if it gets finished. Q. What's the difference between a Catholic wife and a Hindu wife? A. A Catholic wife has real orgasms and fake jewelry. Q. What did the half-eaten naan say? A. I wish I was Puri. Q. What do you call an Indian who has a phone with low battery? A. Charge it. Q. What do you call a dinosaur that drinks curry? A. Megasaur arse. Q. How do you blow up a Hindu? A. You press the red button on their face. Q. What language do carrots speak? A. Gujarati. Q. What do you call a bald poet? A. Iqbal. Hindu mom, honey, animals are living breathing things and we can't eat them. Son, if animals aren't supposed to be eaten, then why are they made out of meat? Vegetarian is derived from the Hindu word for bad hunter. One day, Tamarind, curry and ice was crossing the road. All of a sudden, they heard a gunshot. Then, Tamabrindbal, curry duck and ice cream. I accidentally spilled coffee on a Hindu lady's dress. I told her I was very sorry. How do Hindu women know when a sniper laser is pointing at their heads? My parents are so Hindu they honor killed my sister for getting an A on a math test. Did you hear about the guy who overdosed on curry powder? He went into a korma. Yo mama's so fat she sweats ghee and shits gulab jamun. Is a rivalry between two Hindus still called a beef? When my Hindu girlfriend told me she wanted me to give her a facial, I nearly came on the spot. Dear Hindus, I didn't fight my way to the top of the food chain to be a vegetarian. I didn't believe in reincarnation the last time, either. My karma ran over my dogma. What are the degrees of egoism in Tamil Nadu? Iyengar. What's the opposite of Gopala Krishnan? Kumpala Krishnan. How do they start a road race in Tamil Nadu? Ready steady po. What do you call a really colorful Tamilian? Rangamannar Rangarajan. Sindhi jokes. A Sindhi lawyer. Keswani. A Sindhi lawyer after a case. Purswani. A blue skier Sindhi. Akashwani. What is a communist Sindhi called? Lalwani. What is a Sindhi who falls from the first floor called? Thadani. What is a Sindhi who falls from the 17th floor called? Kriplani. What is a Sindhi who falls from the 30th floor called? Marjani. What is the most noteworthy contribution of the Sindhis to Hindustani music? Raga Kirvani. A God-fearing Sindhi. Bhagwandas Godwani. A Sindhi painter. Sadarangani. A Sindhi chef. Papadmul Kukreja. A Sindhi electrician. Valtram Bijlani. A fashionable Sindhi. Jagio Armani. A Sindhi milkman. Gopal Dudaja. A heroic Sindhi soldier. Hirusipa Himalani. A Sindhi pest control contractor. Kotmul Merwani. A Sindhi stripper working in New York. Barbara Yang Eni. A Sindhi Casanova. Prem Kisan Chandani. A Sindhi fire engine. Bamhani. A Sindhi detergent. Neelam Rindani. A Sindhi postman. Mailwani. A forgetful Sindhi. Bilo Bulchandani. A fashionable Sindhi. Primlani. A fat Sindhi. Hatharamani. Gujarati jokes. Q. Why did the Gujarat think the film Gandhi was about a woman? A. Because B. H. N. Kingsley was in it. Q. Why won't the Gujarat jeweler sell anything to the up Kansas Bayaya? A. The Bayaya kept giving Gujarat a bunch of hair each time the Gujarat asked for cash. Q. What did the Gujarat mean when he said, Ramesh no dikro states magayan? A. Ramesh's son failed in statistics. Q. Why did Bill Clinton have the Gujarat beaten? A. The Gujarat told Clinton you are an impotent man. Q. What will a Gujarat tell a tomato, coming last in a tomato race? A. Tomato ketchup. Q. Why did the Gujarat go to Rome? A. He wanted to listen to Pope music. Q. Why did the Gujarat go to London? A. To see Big Ben. Q. Why was the Gujarat stacking up 1-cent coins on the day before exams? A. He wanted to get cent percent. Q. What did the Gujarat have in the morning? A. Light snakes for breakfast. Q. What did the Gujarat say to the singing prostitute? A. You are going from bed to verse. Q. Did you know that Gujarati students are going to start a fraternity? A. They named it Ro Beta Ro. Q. Why did the Gujarats take 50 paise when they went to watch Gandhi? A. They read it in 8 annas, Boroof in the credits. Q. What is a Gujarat picnic called? A. A snake in the grass. Q. Why did the Gujarat wear a tuxedo to his vasectomy? A. If he was going to become impotent, he wanted to look impotent. Q. Why did the American get scared of the Gujarat? A. Because he said Su courage he. Q. Maro dikro Dubai gayo. A. My son drowned. Bengali jokes. Q. What do you call a Bengali who takes bribe? A. Mr. Gush. Q. what did one Bengali voyeur ask another? A. Ki holo. Q. What do you call a bong who talks a lot, sometimes without making sense? A. Mr. Chatterjee. An angry Bengali letter. Chitty chitty bong bong. A talkative Bengali. Bulbul Chatterjee. An outlawed Bengali. Kanun Banerjee. An enlightened Bengali. Jyoti Basu. A Bengali who works. A work of fiction. A stupid Bengali girl. Balika Budu. A Bengali marriage. Bedding. A mad Bengali. Insen. A dark Bengali who lives in a cave. Kalidas Guha. A Bengali mobster. Robin Ganguly. A perfumed Bengali. Shandan Das. A Bengali goldsmith. Shonar Bangla. What's bigger than the state of Bengal? The Bay of Bengal. Malu jokes. Why does a Malayali go to a temple? Simply to pray. How does a baby Malu cry? Visa 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 visa. Why did the Malayali buy an air ticket? To go to Dubaih simply to meet his Ungle and Aundy and Gelf. Who was Bruce Lee's best friend in Malaysia? Malayali. What did the Malu scientist do on reaching the moon? He tested the soil if it was fit to plant tapioca. Why do Malis wear mundu? Because in the monsoon flood the mundu can be tucked upwards as the water rises. What happens when a bakery in Kerala is named after a girl called Anu? It's named Anus Bakery. Why is industrial productivity so low in Kerala? Because 86% of the shift time is spent on lifting, folding and retying. The lungi. What is the tax on Malu's income called? Income tax. What is Malayala management graduate called? A MBE. What is Bruce Lee's favorite weapon? Kodali. According to Bruce Lee, which is the venomous snake? Anali. Place where Bruce Lee stays when he is in Kerala. Adamali. Currency exchange. A Hindu man walked into the currency exchange in New York City with 5,000 rupees and walked out with $100. The following week, he walked in with another 5,000 rupees, and was handed $84. He asked the teller why he got less money that week than the previous week. The teller said, fluctuations. The Hindu man stormed out, and just before slamming the door, turned around and shouted, "Fluk you Americans, too." Hindu pizza. An American businessman goes to India on a business trip, but he hates Indian food, so he asks the concierge at his hotel if there's any place around where he can get American food. The concierge tells him he's in luck, there's a pizza place that just opened, and they deliver. The concierge gives the businessman the phone number, and he goes back to his room and orders a pizza. 30 minutes later, the delivery guy shows up to the door with the pizza. The businessman takes the pizza, and starts sneezing uncontrollably. He asks the delivery man, "What the heck did you put on this pizza?" The delivery man bows deeply and says, "We put on the pizza what you ordered, pepper only." Two accountants. One day two accountants, who were best friends, were walking together down the street. One was a Hindu and constantly berated the other for eating meat. After stopping for a hot dog, the Hindu erupted, "Why do you eat meat? Do you even know what's in that hot dog? You know, you are what you eat." The American replied, "I am what I eat, an uncontrollable vicious animal," beating his chest. As they stepped off the curb, a speeding car came around the corner and ran the Hindu over. The American called 911 and helped his injured friend as best he was able. The injured Hindu was taken to emergency at the hospital and rushed into surgery. After a long and agonizing wait, the doctor finally appeared. He told the uninjured American, "I have good news, and I have bad news. The good news is that your friend is going to pull through. The bad news is that he's going to be a vegetable for the rest of his life. I'm gonna jump. In Mumbai, a man is going to jump off the building. Up rushes good Hindu cop to talk him down. Cop yells up to the man, "Don't jump. Think of your father." Man replies, "Haven't got a father, I'm going to jump." The copy goes through a list of relatives, mother, brothers, sister, etc. Each time man says haven't got one, going to jump. Desperate, the cop yells up, "Don't jump. Think of Lord Krishna." Man replies, "Who is that?" Cop yells, "Jump, Muslim. You're blocking traffic." The foreigner. Once there was a man that came from India to America. He couldn't speak English, so he went to choir and learned how to say me 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 me. Then he went to the store and saw a little girl say, "He stole my dolly." And on his way home he went to get meat from the butcher and learned how to say "Big butcher knife, big butcher knife." Then he went home and watched an air freshener commercial and learned how to say "Plug it in, plug it in." Then he went to the store and there was a murder. The police said, "Who killed this man?" The foreigner said, "Me me 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 me." The police said, "Why did you kill him?" And the man said, "He stole my dolly." The policeman said, "What did you kill him with?" The man said, "Big butcher knife, big butcher knife." Then they took him to jail and sentenced him to death. The policeman said, "Any last words?" And the foreigner said, "Plug it in, plug it in." Financial trouble. Bhojali finds himself in dire trouble. His business has gone bust and he's in serious financial trouble. He's so desperate that he decides to ask Ganesh for help. He goes into the temple and begins to pray. "Oh Ganesh, please help me, I've lost my business and if I don't get some money, I am going to lose my house as well. Please let me win the lottery." Lotto night comes and somebody else wins it. Bhojaji goes back to the temple. "Ganesh, please let me win the lotto. I've lost my business, my house, and I'm going to lose my car as well." Lotto night comes. Bholaji still has no luck. Back to the temple he goes. "My Ganesh, why have you forsaken me? I've lost my business, my house, my car and my wife. Children are starving. I don't often ask you for help and I have always been a good servant to you. Why won't you just let me win the lotto this one time so I can get my life in order?" Suddenly there is a binding flash of Li Ght as the sky parts open and Bholaji is confronted by the voice of God. "Bholaji, buy a lottery ticket first."